High quality audio is not only the most important feature in your podcast, but also in all of your videos. And there is one essential thing that you can do, or should do, or must do to get amazing sound. My name is Tarek and I produce videos and 2 different podcasts. So I'm using my mics a lot. The one thing that will immediately make your sound crappy or good is your distance to the mic. This is super trivial, but still, so many people are not aware of how big of a difference this makes. Don't be one of them. I will demonstrate this effect on my Rode PodMic, my Rode VideoMic, and my tiny Rode Lapel Go mic. This video is not sponsored by Rode, I just like their products. The PodMic costs around about $100, but you also need an XLR audio interface to use it. The VideoMic costs around about $170 and uses a 3.5mm jack. The model that I'm using is 10 years old, so it looks a little bit different than the version that you see in stores today. The Lapel Mic costs around about $50. Now I switch to my VideoMic and I talk very closely into it. It sounds a little bit differently, but the sound is full and clear without any noise or echo from my room. And now I'm talking to my Lapel Mic in very close proximity, and you can hear again that my voice sounds pretty good. So far one could say that this is very obvious, but what I personally find very fascinating is what happens when I move the mics around about 50 centimeters away from me. Listen to this. The audio is not slightly different, but very different. Right now you hear 50 centimeters distance to my PodMic. This mic is amazing, but if my podcast sounds like this, I wouldn't want to listen to this. The same happens with my VideoMic. This is a shotgun mic, so you would assume that it works well from a distance. But listen how the audio changes in only 50 centimeters distance. And now you hear my Lapel Mic. Again, the audio differs extremely from the first test. You can still hear me and understand me, but first of all, you hear the room and my voice reverbing from the walls.
I was just editing my video and I was surprised how well the Rode VideoMic performed in 50 centimeters distance. So let's try this again and see how far I can go away until the sound sounds awful. Now I'm a little bit further away and now I guess it's like 2 meters away. And I guess in this distance the video sounds pretty awful. So even though this microphone is obviously built to record in further distances, it's still way better if you're close to the microphone.
My point is that no matter what mic you're using, the distance to your audio source is the most important factor to your audio quality. Of course there are differences between dynamic and condenser mics, and of course there are differences between Rode and Sennheiser, and of course there are differences between hypercardioid and bidirectional polar patterns, and of course it matters if your room is sound treated or not. But the truth is that even the most expensive microphone will pick up unwanted sound if it's far away from your mouth. So if you record a podcast, take the mic as close as you can without swallowing it. Of course, if I can hear you breathe, then you are too close. But this is the #1 rule as a podcast speaker. Speak into the microphone. If you want to hear one of my podcasts in action, click here. I will link the rest in the description. And with this, I wish you happy podcasting.